can pull the baseball, right? And they can do that naturally, but they can't explain it, and they can't tell you the right way to do it. All right. This is one of my favorite things to talk about as a hitter and as a hitting instructor. This is what I get most excited about, and putting up power numbers. So as I was growing up, I was always known as a pull hitter, probably all the way through college almost, until I got to about my junior year when I truly figured out how to hit the ball opposite field. I was a pull side first guy, opposite field after. I was truly a reactional hitter, but as I got older, and as I got more mature as a hitter, and I taught myself how to drop the ball backside, I started to appreciate pulling the baseball a lot more, because there's a lot of people that cannot do that, and it's a natural thing. So it was a question that came up several times in the re-gearing of content when I was asking you guys what you want to see. The guys are asking about that. They want to know, how do I pull the baseball, and how do I do it effectively, right? Because a lot of guys can pull the baseball, right? And they can do that naturally, but they can't explain it, and they can't tell you the right way to do it. Because there is a wrong way to do it. If you cannot stay inside that inside pitch, then you're just going to hit a lot of long, pull side, foul home runs, right? And last I checked, unless you can keep the ball inside the foul lines, it don't count, guys, right? So I want to teach you guys the right way to do it. I'm going to show you how I like to work on it as a hitter and as a hitting instructor, and how I set up, and you'll get a chance to see me make some adjustments on the fly today. More than anything, the first thing I want you guys to do, I want you to understand how this happens. It's really an angle thing, right? Hitting and placing the ball where we want to, it's all about angles, where we actually making contact with the baseball, and how can we do that consistently. Letting the ball get to a certain spot, this is something I emphasize in a different video about hitting the ball opposite field. It's a matter of trust. Letting the ball get to the spot that you wanted to get to, and be able to attack it with bad intentions, okay? So we're looking at hitting this inside pitch. Only thing we need to know, truly, getting to this inside pitch, as long as we get to it here, if the barrel is in front of the hands, right? If we're looking at it from a bird's eye view, if the barrel is in front of the hands, we're going to pull side with it. That's simple. Barrel in front of the hands, we're going to pull side with it. Now, what happens after that is going to determine, okay, does this ball stay fair? Does it top spin? Does it side spin? Is it going to curl toward the line? And we got to just learn how to stay inside the baseball. That's something that we'll talk about a completely different time. This is not for this video here, but I will show you guys how to get to this pitch, where I like to set up, and how I make my adjustments when I'm hitting this inside pitch, how I practice it. Okay, so for me, how I set up my inside pitch, I always, when I'm working in practice, I always split the plate with my groin. So I set up my inside pitch with inner black, like right on the corner. I want to hit a pitcher's strike, and I always have the tee set up about 3 baseballs in front of that inside corner. About 3 baseballs in front of that inside corner. Sometimes I'll push it out even more. It just depends on how I'm feeling, how my swing feels. Can I be accurate enough to get the baseball there? Now, since I'm easing into it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat a little bit. And if you struggle with hitting the inside pitch, you should do this too. Cheat a little bit. Put it over the meat of the plate a little bit more, so it's not as hard to get to it. And I just test myself, and I see how much I can bring it in. Now, make sure you're not moving your feet around. If you're moving your feet around, you're not truly hitting an inside pitch. You're keeping the ball in the same spot. Test yourself, and make sure you get this thing done the right way. Let's see what happens. See if we make some adjustments, okay? Boom. Here, I'm split. Not bad for a first one. And that was, it wasn't even hard pull side. I stayed inside of the baseball pretty well. Was able to put it more so into that gap. I'm okay with that swing. I can live with that. Here's what I don't like. What's not acceptable to me when I'm hitting pull side is ground balls. Because in the game, that's rollover. I'm not trying to roll over. Right? You roll over, you're giving it. I'd much rather swing and miss than roll over. Because at least, if I don't have 2 strikes on me, I swing and miss, I got another shot. Okay? So I'm going to go with that same setup. Give myself a little opportunity to cheat. And that one I took up the middle, so I stayed inside of it some more. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna see if I can go harder pull side. So I'm gonna go ball out front a little bit more, but as I put it out front, I'm gonna pull it closer to the black. At least give myself a chance to get my hands to it, or through it. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, so then that one got inside of my hands a little bit more. I'm gonna test myself, see if I can get to it a little bit better, and I'm gonna change one thing. Same spot. I'm just gonna put something in my head that I like to think about when I'm getting to the inside pitch. Let's see if I make that click. Okay, so pull side, I'm not okay with that pitch, well, with that swing. For me, if I can't put on the line, it's not what I want. Was I able to pull it? Yes, but the way that ball looks, the way it's spinning, I'm not okay with that. I want to produce some backspin. That's something I'm going to talk about in another video. So I'm going to try that one more time. If I can't, for now, I just take that L, and I'm going to go back to cheating so I can continue. I can work on it the right way. Don't develop bad habits. So right now, that pitch is going to be too hard for me to get to. Sometimes you got to have to admit that to yourself as a hitter. That's it, because you want to have good habits in here. Okay. So until next time, hitters hit.